Welcome to day 281 of our DeSo journey, and also Happy New Year. I hope everybody had a great beginning to 2022, and I think we all plan on having a great 2022 on BitCloud or on DeSo.
Yeah, 2022 is going to be an exciting year for sure. I actually made a prediction post just for fun. Check that out on our feed.
Yeah, so remember these videos are sponsored by DeSocial World, and Ado and team are doing a terrific job with that. They're adding new features pretty much every day. They have a lot of plans. I was telling you, Ado, they have plans for some other really cool features. He didn't want me to say what they are yet, but they're in the pipeline and they're coming very, very soon that you're all going to love, especially if your native language isn't English. If it's something else, you're really probably going to love what DeSocial World has in store for you. But let's get to some of the news. Yesterday, Naval mentioned on Twitter, he mentioned BitCloud and DeSo, and I think it's always great when somebody of his profile mentions DeSo as being part of the Web3. And what he said, he posted in a thread where others were questioning what Web3 was and what the future of Web3 looks like. And he said, quote unquote, "You can see BitCloud and Farcaster to see how much better they've gotten." So he referred to it as BitCloud. I think he probably meant Diamond App and DeSo in general, but it's great to have somebody like him talk about DeSo.
Yeah, so it all started with a thread. I forget the guy's name, but he was basically saying like there isn't really a need for Web3, whoever this man was on Twitter. And he was saying that the internet is already decentralized. That's the thought process of the internet as decentralization. But he doesn't understand that decentralization from a corporate standpoint, from an entity standpoint, is different than decentralization from a internet protocol level. And Naval was trying to kind of explain that. Others were also jumping in and explaining that, talking about various aspects of the blockchain and crypto. And Naval chimed in and he said, like I think the general feel was that Web3 wasn't really developing, and that Web3 was kind of maybe being overhyped. And Naval said, but check out BitCloud. I mean, that in that 9 months since it launched, there's been tremendous change, and it's improved substantially. And you can see that. I mean, just check out some of the nodes out there, like Diamond App, like NFTZ, like Supernovas, like Polygram, like DeSocial World. And I think that he brought up very good points.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, when somebody like that talks about it, I mean, it would be nice if he would mentioned it as DeSo and not BitCloud, because I think BitCloud kind of confuses people. But all in all, I think it's great news. Also yesterday, Andy Arts, of course, from Social Capital, weighed in on DeSo. He made a post and he said that he's very grateful for the community and that it was the single most impactful decision he made in 2021 to be part of DeSo. So I think that's great. Andy's a great guy. He's been at a few of the meetups. We had a chance to meet him briefly one time. He was at the latest meetup. So I think it's great. You know, there's a lot of positivity surrounding DeSo going into 2022.
Yeah, and I think people don't appreciate what Andy has to say as much. Andy is big into like the future of technology, and he's a partner at Social Capital. Social Capital, of course, is founded by Kamath Palihapitiya, who's pretty much a god within some like futuristic investment realms. So having Andy, who's a partner of Kamath, say that about DeSo, I mean, that's huge. And he's known for being able to kind of predict the future and the future trends of technology. So I love listening to his opinions, and this was definitely one that was positive for DeSo.
Yeah, and also the DeSo account made a post yesterday kind of teasing some awesomeness for 2022. Their post read, "We hope you all are ready for us to ship like never before because we are just getting started." So, you know, we know that some stuff's coming like DeSo DAOs and DeSo smart services. And there's some NFT stuff coming like buy it now options and revenue splits. There's a lot of stuff in the pipeline that should be released in Q1 of 2022. So the first 3 months of 2022 should be really exciting. And Brian looks like he froze up here. I don't know. So I think I'm gonna. He's having some big
and before they had
Brian, you froze up there. Are you
Am I
there
okay
now?
now?
You're talking, but your lips aren't moving.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
so I was just gonna add, I think we all know that there's that coding freeze a month and a half, so 6-week coding freeze while they waited for Coinbase. I think that that freeze obviously is over with, and now they're gonna start pushing some fairly, I think big changes at the protocol level, and that's going to be, I think, what drives forward 2022. I also think that that like a lot of these changes are going to have major impacts on the future of DeSo. And I can tell that Natter has been kind of chomping at a bit, trying to push some of this stuff out. And I'm sure he was frustrated with the whole Coinbase situation where it probably drug on a little bit longer than he expected. But I'm excited.
Yeah, I think we all are. So also today, the Sacred Skulls NFT minting process begins. We talked a little bit about them yesterday. A really awesome project. So there's already been 192 minted. Pickle Joe, Bitboss, Mark Bentley, Matt Hope, Ali B. These are the guys who what, Brian?
So these are the top buyers of the Sacred Skulls thus far. Out of the 195 or so, I think it's probably closer to 200 now as we film this. They own the most of the Sacred Skulls. So these are the biggest fans according to NFTZ. So yeah, I mean, this is a really cool project. The art is amazing. They have a whole roadmap on the website. Check it out. I really think that the NFT ecosystem on DeSo is quite robust, and we saw that with effed up cats, and now we're seeing that with Sacred Skulls, and I love it.
Yeah, it was at 333 generative yesterday and 666 today.
Yeah, so far they've done 193. When I checked before this video, I'm guessing it's closer to 200. So there's still 133 for those who want to get in before the public sale, which starts today, and they're going to have 666 in the public sale. So we'll see what happens. But they were selling like hotcakes at like $80 a pop. So I mean, this was a really successful drop for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And traits are now available on NFTZ as well. So if you go to sacredskulls.nftz.zone, you can sort them by traits, figure out which rarities you have, which traits are the most rare, with how rare your NFT is, your Sacred Skull NFT is.
Yeah, because I mean they're not going to announce the rarities and all that until after they mint all 1,000 of these. But if you use NFTZ, you can kind of get a sneak peek because you can sort by the traits and see which traits are the rarest.
Yeah. And there's a Clubhouse room today called WTF is DeSo. It's at 3 p.m. Eastern time. DOZ is going to be there. MP3 is going to be there. A bunch of other guys. My notes just shut off, so I don't have the whole list of the DeSo celebrities on hand. But it's going to be a great Clubhouse room, so definitely check that out at 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, and Ed and I are still at various places. Ed's in Minnesota, and I'm in Wisconsin now. We return on the 3rd, so on Sunday night or Monday night we'll be back. And
Are you getting
back
back
to
on
the
the 3rd?
warm.
I thought you weren't back until the 4th.
No, on the 3rd also.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So actually, I return tomorrow night, the 2nd, but I won't be back in my office until the 3rd. So yeah, have a happy New Year. I think everybody probably had a good New Year. I know COVID's kind of put some messed up some of our plans, but have a great day, everyone.